Alright you guys, so this video, I'm gonna be talking mostly about, this is like 10, tips and tricks. You guys are just gonna see the butt end of my, ranked gameplay, or not ranked, sorry, um, custom matches. Sorry, I'm really excited for ranked, you guys. I was playing a custom game with my cousin. It was a shotgun only 1v1. Um, he has a lot of fun doing it, so I play with it. I play with him every once in a while.
Utility out.
Just doing some custom games. Just trying to have some fun, you know. Anyways, yeah, we'll get into it soon.
Bomb has been dropped.
So yeah.
All friendlies eliminated. Regroup.
Alright, you guys, so yeah, for number 10, we've got, so, no, slash, don't forget to reload. So, this is a really big one. When I watch, like, really good players, they won't reload, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, so, they'll take them down, but they'll just forget to reload, and I feel like that's just a waste of, I guess, time. Because, like, if you're just, like, sitting there not doing anything, I mean, why not reload? Why would you sit with a half-filled gun? It just doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever. Yeah, so, like, just whenever you have time, reload. And don't do it when you're, like, getting shot at or anything. I feel like that's not very smart. But, yeah, just figure out when you want to reload. Because, yeah, get that into, like, a habit or whatever, and just know when you want to reload. So for number 9, I'd say work on throwing your lethals. Lethals are like really important. So when I say lethals, I mean your swords, your bombs, whatever, C4, whatever it is. When you go in, if you're going into these games like what I'm doing right now, how it's like shooting range. Right now I'm just focusing on shooting because I need to work on my accuracy and tracking. But I feel like working on your like throwing like semtexes or whatever, just whatever your guy has for that, like whatever guy you're using, I would say focus on working on their lethals and whatever, throwing their melees, their lethals, their, yeah, exactly that. Just keep practicing throwing those. For number 8, I'd say try to get first shot. And I know that sounds kind of obvious, like, well, duh, obviously I want to hit the first shot, I don't want to get shot first. But what I mean by that is always know where your opponent is. Because if they see you first, the likelihood is they're going to get the first shot off. And that's just kind of obvious. So, what I would say is work on seeing your opponent, try to find them, and don't let them, once you lose them, it's harder to find them, you know? So if you guys can, know where they are, it makes it a lot easier to get that first shot off. So which is why intels are actually pretty good. So intel characters such as like Dima, or no, sorry, not Dima, Dallas and Talon are really good. Even if you use a right Phantom, can be used as a intel character. So then for number 6, I'd say implementing the dodge rolls into your gameplay. Rolling around corners, it can get people, like, so if they're holding a point, if you roll, they're not gonna see it coming. They're gonna expect you to come at head height, and you're going at knee height. So I feel like if you dodge roll, that can give you a really big, a really good chance to get the first shot, which is the last one. For number 5, I'd say, work on switching shoulders. Like, I used to be really into Fortnite, and they would always say have right-hand peeks. And that's the same idea, because in this game you're actually able to switch which side of which shoulder you're on. So take that and use it, because it's a good thing you can use. But if you never switch shoulders, it becomes a disadvantage rather than an advantage. So I would say try to use switch shoulders, like switching your shoulders, because depending on what side of the thing you are, you can see more than you can, like, the part of you that can be seen. You know, I guess, yeah, that's not very well saying it, but like you can see them coming around the corner when they can't actually see you around that corner. So it's easier when you can see them but they can't see you. I mean, it's kind of obvious. So then for number 4, know the rogue you're using. And I guess, like, obviously if you're just starting out, you wouldn't, but, like, know their, like, I would say, like, know their abilities. Because if you're just going into a fight, just guns blazing, I feel like Chalk is really bad about it. Like, I feel like his supers aren't actually going to affect the game. It's after you're downed that his supers really do affect how it works. So, like, yeah. So I would just say work on implementing your abilities into the games. Like, I would use Talon's radar dart in order to find where somebody was, you know, like obviously not in the middle of a gunfight, but in the middle of like a I guess not, yeah, like if I didn't know exactly where they were, I would use it to find out. So yeah. Alright, you guys, so this next one is something I do. I mess this one up way too often. I will give up my position. Not give up my position, but I will lose my spot, like where I'm at, by I'll rush. So I have a really good spot, but I don't want to stay there, and so I rush and I push and I do something stupid. So just like, if you have a good spot where you're holding the enemy team down, don't, like, I guess it doesn't really, you don't have to give up your spot, you know, just keep that spot, and you don't have to get them down right then and there. It's not about speed, especially in like demolition. I'll be in demolition and I'll rush somebody trying to get them down as fast as possible. And if you're going for like a 50 or 60 bomb, I mean, I guess if you know for a fact you can take them out, and rushing them will just make them like pee themselves or whatever. I don't know. Sure, rush if they're gonna pee themselves. You can rush, whatever. If they're not going to utterly wet their pants, I would say rushing is not a good strategy. I would much rather prefer to, well, obviously I would, but I think it would be smarter if you stayed behind and waited. So then number 2, I would say don't repeat things. This is obviously, all of these things are super narcissistic, because these are things that I do that I should, or like these are things that I need to work on. So this isn't a list for you. This is mostly a list for people with my same gameplay style. So I would say don't repeat things. So what I normally do is, I swear it's so annoying, like just watching myself like play these games again and again. What I do is I will I'll go and I'll flank, and then I'll flank the exact same way again. And it's like, what are you actually doing? Like I know I shouldn't do it, and I still do it because it's just, I don't even know. Like, it's just become habit. Like, it worked one time, it has to work again, right? Like, that's just how it works. And for number 1, running away is an option. And they give you things like dive rolls in order to get away. Like, it's not just an attack. It can be used for defense or whatever, running away. You don't have to stay and fight. If you know you are going to lose a fight, if you're on 1 HP, you don't have to stay. And I always, not always, I will rarely run away. Like, I rarely see running away as an option. Like, it's just like, why would you even do that? Well, but it makes sense though. Like, if you think about it, it's like, yeah. So that's my list of 10 things. I hope you guys use these. I hope I use these. Basically, I just wanted to make this list for myself. And if this helps somebody else out, cool. I was just basically, you write down your ideas so that you know, and I'm doing it to help other people as well. So yeah, if you guys if you guys would try these things out, tell me in the comment section if you guys have any other like big ideas that you guys can do. Obviously, these are pretty obvious things, but it's things that I need to think about. Like, I need to put words to it. Because if I don't like say these things, I should do these things, I'm not going to remember to do them in a fight, you know? So writing these things down and talking about them really helps me think about what exactly I like am supposed to do, I guess, like what I should do. Um so yeah. I'm just I'm just roasting these bots. I'm working on my tracking, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit better, I guess, at being able to track. And obviously they're moving the exact same pattern every time, so I know exactly where they're going. But I feel like being able to track, it's not super effective just to shoot non-moving bots, you know. So you want to, if you're going to enter the shooting range, I feel like they should do this better. Or tell me if you guys, if there's a way to like switch the settings, so like the speed of the bots, or like add like let the bots roll or something like that. Just tell me if there's a way to do that, because I would really love it if there was a way um to make the bots smarter or faster or whatever, to change the settings on the bots, like switch it up for myself. So yeah, see you guys.